Well, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has conceded defeat Tuesday night, ending her efforts for a second term and setting the stage for Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson to run against former Chicago Public Schools CEO Paul Vallas, it said, for Chicago mayor. Now, they said she was visibly shaken. They say when she conceded the race before 9 p.m. and said she would be rooting and praying for our next mayor to deliver and say for the people of the city for years to come. And say she continues, said, I looked into the camera and spoke directly to young people of color and say who looked at me and to every kid who felt like I did when I grew up. And I'm going to do that again tonight. Say, obviously we didn't win the election today, but I stand here with my head held high and heart and say full of gratitude. She said in her remarks, highlighting how the city emerged from a once in a lifetime pandemic and made real progress on public safety. Now, a lot of black folks was not impressed with Lori Lightfoot at all. A lot of black folks, you remember, was upset about her moving immigrants into their neighborhoods, and they said they was not going to vote for her. And this was part of that referendum of them not voting for her. Now, they said Associated Press, they say just for 9 p.m. called the race for Johnson, who in addition to defeating Lightfoot, they say also outmuscled U.S. Representative Jesus Garcia. They say Johnson's victory set up an ideological battle with Vallas. They say over the future path of the nation's third largest city. They say the two would face off. They say in about 5 weeks. They said that Vallas scored the top spot in the first round of the mayoral campaign. Unofficial results show Vallas called at 35% of the vote, with 90% of precincts reporting. Johnson, was second with 20%, followed by Lightfoot at 17% and Garcia at 14%. So maybe the Lightfoot and Garcia voters will vote for Johnson. We don't know. Maybe the Garcia voters may vote for the other guy. We'll see. Now, say with 9 candidates running, including 7 black candidates, few expect that Tuesday's election, would be the final say-so on the 2023 mayor's race. As a Vallas spoke to his supporters shortly afterwards, surrounded by a gleeful campaign staff as he announced that Lightfoot had called to congratulate him on securing a spot in the runoff. He said at the time, I want to thank the voters of Chicago for making this campaign about the issues and nothing but the issues. They said his opponents have painted him as a Republican. And if he's a Republican, it doesn't matter about that. He said you can't erase the record of public service. It's in his DNA. Now, when it comes to the other brother, Brandon Johnson, like I say, he was a Cook County commissioner. Let's say this. This referendum on Lori Lightfoot should be understood as a good thing. Lori Lightfoot was playing with black folks too much. And I will say this, black folks in Chicago, those of you who maybe participated or didn't participate, if you're registered to vote, get out there and vote. It's your local elections. Your local elections affect you more than anything. I would like all black people to register to vote in America, all of you. Your local elections are important. Mayor is important. Your county commissioners are important. Your sheriffs are important. Your local judges, your DAs, all these people are important. Your sheriff, all that's important. And you have a hand in that, because y'all come out in droves to vote for a freaking presidential election, which don't even really affect you like that. But your mayor, your city council, your school board, all these different people affect you daily. They can mess with your tax rates and all kind of things. So make sure you get out there and vote. Now, with Brandon Johnson here, that brother, he said that the atmosphere was ecstatic. It said supporters support the newest face as the Chicago's Progressive Coalition. They said we want Brandon. It said, and they were very happy about him. So we'll see what would work. So one guy is being touted as a progressive, and the other guy is being touted as a conservative. So we'll see. They call him a closet conservative, actually. Like I tell people, who cares? I can care less about that. But Lori Lightfoot got put out, ladies and gentlemen, and that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And black folks need to keep doing that. set a referendum on any black politician that don't do what they're supposed to do. Like, for instance, I don't understand how Maxine Waters in California is still in office. I don't get that. I'd understand because Dr. Candace Matthews explained to me why Sheila Jackson Lee and Al Green are still in office. She specifically told me to my face, it's them old people. They the one that keep voting for them. You say, and the young people, you say they don't register to vote and try to vote them out. That's really what that is. So you say we're gonna keep dealing with the same politicians unless young people come out and vote. And that's what really needs to happen. You know, with your local elections, once again, black folks get involved when it comes to that. And I'm not a guy to tell you vote and solve your problems, because it don't. But voting can affect you in the area of helping us solve our problems. Like, you can have a politician that can assist us solving our own problems, or you can have a politician that harm us while we're trying to solve our own problems. Because understand that solving our own problems is our responsibility. It's not a politician's responsibility. It's ours. So let's get a politician that will assist us in the problem solving. And Lori Lightfoot was not assisting in the problem solving. She was causing a burden to black folk. And when that sister said, we're not voting for you, and that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And shout out to the brothers and sisters that let Lori Lightfoot know that would not be tolerated. So get out in the runoff in April. Vote. Whoever you want to vote for. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I don't get into that. I'd say just make sure you pick a candidate that's going to serve the interests of the black community. Whatever that candidate may be. Just make sure they're ask them questions about what they're going to do for the black community. Now in Chicago, you got issues of crime. You know, make sure that particular mayor is going to crack down on that. Make sure because, hey, if you have too much crime going on, neighborhood not safe, what could you do? You know what I'm saying? It's holding the people hostage. You don't need that. It eventually affects tourism dollars. It affects the small businesses in the black community, you know, et cetera. So let me know what y'all think, you know, ladies and gentlemen, that Lori Lightfoot was ousted out of her position. And that's good. She probably would have got reelected if she wouldn't have put those immigrants in the black community. But next time you black politician, you decide to do that, just think that black folks are not going to show up for you. And that's good.